and a beautiful morning to you all. We're out here in the Oliver today, and if it looks to you like we are cutting in a new field by some railroad tracks, that's exactly correct. So, yeah, it's been a little while since I put out a vlog. Well, since I recorded a vlog. With the way I've been putting them out, they'll actually come out fairly close together. The thing is that Griffin, beautiful town. I really enjoyed living there as far as the location. Did not really enjoy the politics of the town. The snubbing I got as an outsider that made it difficult to get work. Pretty much I was only hired when people were desperate. Oh yeah, we're doing a good job. And then, of course, the whole snafu with no, you can't have those fields that you made inside the city limits, yada, yada, yada. Well, town limits. They did say city. I don't know if Griffin is really a city officially or not, or if that's just what they said. I don't care. We had come to an agreement where I would, and I mentioned this in the last vlog, where I would have to pay a fine, but they would allow me to let the fields finish growing. Well, field, because one of them was just playing with grass anyway, which is what they wanted me to do with the other one as well. And, you know, get through harvest, and then I would have to replant with grass. I was alright with that. A week later, while I was off doing a contract, in the middle of the day, someone, or more likely several someones, came through with who knows what, but all sorts of stuff, and just did donuts in the field, and burnouts. I guess you can't really call them a burnout, but spinouts in the field, all sorts of other stuff, and just absolutely destroyed it. I also told you guys about where the property left to us up in Frankenmuth, Michigan, and that's where we're at. That's our new cabin we're living in there. I guess I shouldn't say new. Well, it's new to us, right? But this is the land that Fred left us in his will when he passed. I've moved everything up here. It's been about a month, maybe 5 weeks since we last spoke. That field right over there is also ours. I will be cultivating that and getting both of them seeded once I am finished with this job. So yeah, that is where we are at with things. I had enough, and it was time to go. So I made the move. I sold all the property down there, and I did not pay their stupid fine. They can try to come after me if they wish, but I will never return. And I don't think they have enough power to do anything to me up here. I did look into it. It really does not seem like they would have the power to do anything to me in another state. They can just basically complain about it. And I'm not going to pay it. I personally believe that one or more of them was behind it. Had family and friends or whatever destroy my property. Maybe even did it themselves. I don't know. It's only my belief. And because it's only a belief, with no evidence to back it up, I obviously can't make any accusations. So, we came home to Michigan instead. You guys know that plans kind of changed with Emily and her schooling and everything, and she started staying closer to school with some friends she met there at college, and she's having her own life. And I'm proud of her for that. I would never try to pull her back into this if it wasn't what she wanted. So instead, we are here, and we're gonna try our hand at making a life here instead. I'll have to come back for that little bit. All of the equipment is running very well, knock on wood, for once. And so far, in the few days I've been here, almost a week now, I've been quite happy. As you can see from the trees, we are getting into fall now, and that's why we want to get our crops in the ground as soon as possible. Grow some winter wheat, and I'm not sure what else I want to plant just yet, but we'll figure it out. And obviously there's still other types of crops like those sunflowers there that haven't even been harvested yet. So that's where we're at. That's the plan. What else should I update you guys on? There's got to be other things. Oh, yes. Looking straight ahead. The Kenworth cab over that we had picked up. I have done quite a few of the repairs on it that we had talked about. And I've been using it. However, one of the folks here in town reached out to let me know that they have a cousin who is a collector that's been looking for that vintage of old cab over and might be interested in giving us pretty good money for it and possibly trading us. I'm out of practice if you can't tell. Possibly trading us a Peterbilt 359 as part of the deal. And I honestly don't care. I would prefer a Peterbilt anyway, but I do like Kenworth as well, obviously. So if that works out, we may be trading that truck for that Peterbilt instead. So if I forget to mention it at some point in the future that has happened, well, this way at least you guys know. Beyond that, I think I'm going to pop the drone up for you guys and we will get on with things, yeah? Hello, there we go. Just having microphone issues. Don't know what that was all about, but alrighty, we are done there. Let's get our... This is really a cultivator, but I've been abusing it. We're not done. I got so distracted with the microphone issues that I didn't. I'm going to put the plow back, or the cultivator back down. I've been using it to rip out fields as if it was a plow. I will need to get a plow at some point in the hopefully near future. I have my eye on one. Money is a little better off than it was when we left Indiana, simply because we sold that land down there, and we already owned this land outright, so that saved us quite a bit of money. Just about done here. Come along. There we go. And let's fold that up. Why is it refusing to fold? Alright, there it goes. Just taking its dear sweet time. I must be low on hydraulic fluid. I'll have to check that. Or, of course, it's always possible that the cylinders are leaking or something, which would also make me low on hydraulic fluid. But if they're leaking, that reduces the pressure and makes it take longer to either take longer or not work at all to fold things up and whatnot. So let's just slide this right back here where I want to park it. Alrighty. And I think we'll just leave the Oliver attached to it for the moment. Let's hop out. Wander over here. So the field we just cut, pretty good size too. That is definitely going to be wheat. However, this field was wheat. Apparently, Fred had been leasing this out to the gentleman who owns the sunflower field there to use, and he had it planted with wheat, and part of the arrangement was that he would be able to harvest it before I took over, which he has done. So I just need to get in here and plant whatever I'm going to plant. I'll figure that out for sure, though. Maybe I'll just still do weed in it a second time. Shouldn't be that bad if we fertilize it. I never did take the for sale sign out of the window. Whoops. But yeah, as you can see, I think I might have mentioned this in the last vlog, but I got the bumper reattached. I got the mud flaps all fixed up, fixed some wiring and airline issues, and yeah, she's doing pretty good. Alright. Sneak around the front of the truck here. And I'll show you guys the new home. It's just this cozy little cabin. And that's pretty much all the public space because it is a cabin. Just a little kitchenette. Place to sit down, take a load off. Stare at a poster on the wall. Play some chess if I have company. And then the single door here leads to, well, here. Leads to my bedroom. And to the restroom. It's a pretty nice little cabin, all things considered. I spend quite a lot of time out here so far when I'm not working. In fact, I've spent one night out here in the hammock, just sleeping outside, enjoying the relative peace here, and feeling at home for the first time since leaving Michigan. So, yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. we do get pretty frequent trains through this area, which is nice because I can get things delivered on the train if I want to. Alright, I'm going to let you guys go for now, but I'll be back in a day or two, and we will go from there, yeah? Hello again, everybody. Hank here. We are putting something in the ground. Something. Alright, so I did not do at all what I had talked about possibly doing. Let's get that a little closer. Raise that up. I had said that I might just put wheat in for a second year in a row or something. However, we are instead putting in alfalfa as a cover crop. And then next year, after we get our first cutting of alfalfa off, assuming we don't get one this fall, since it is pretty warm out yet this year, but I doubt it. I doubt it's going to grow that fast. We'll see, though. But yeah, after we get our first cutting of the alfalfa off in the spring, it might be a little on the short side, and maybe I'll have to choose not to get a cutting. Maybe I'll have to choose to... How we doing? Getting kind of close to that tree, but I think I got room. That'll do. You know, if it doesn't get long enough, and we absolutely have to, we can plow it under as well. That will be the plan. Either get an early cutting off of it, even if it's on the light side, or plow it under. We're going to put corn in this field. Are we doing the job? Oh, we're doing the job. All right, let's get her done. And over there, already parked up and ready to go, is a spreader full of manure. We're gonna rock and roll with that after we get this laid down seed-wise. You can see I did mulch it. He couldn't really do anything with the stubble when he harvested before I took over the field. So, yeah. Why not turn that stubble into something beneficial for the field, right? I'm kind of hoping that will help the alfalfa grow just a little faster, and we'll take things from there, yeah? Yeah, see, spreader full of manure. I don't know that that'll be enough for this field. Probably won't be. Almost certainly won't be. I'm not gonna run into that other field. No, that's way off to my side. Not used to my new land yet. Oh, yes. I did hire a local kid. I say kid. He's not really that much younger than I am. To help out today. Get the stones picked up out of that field so that I can seed that field too. Either today or tomorrow. You can see our pallets of seed up there by the house. We have 3 different types of seed up there. Wheat, corn, and the alfalfa, of course. Being prepared for everything that's in the plans so far that way. Well, I'm going to crack on and get busy with seeding this field. I do need to take a short break though, now that I think of it. So I'm gonna do that, and I will be back with you guys when we fire that thing up. Yet I'll just put you straight out on the drone, since I've already explained what's going. Oh, yes, it happened. I'm sure you guys noticed it already. I did get the swap done, and I love the paint on this thing. She is gorgeous, and this is what really sold me on it. It's painted red, but that is a cat. I have no idea why it's painted red, like it's a Cummins, like a modern Cummins at that. Older Cummins would have been tan usually, but this is a cat, 3406, and yeah, I'm super stoked. So we will continue on and get everything done when I come back. Back here on the loud John Deere, getting this field tidied up. We are just about done with planting for the day. We were able to squeeze all of it into one day when my hired hand was able to finish picking the rocks in time. All right. That is almost the entire field. As you can see from the fading light and the fact of the long shadows, it is getting kind of late. What is going on? I think we ran out of seed. Well, I guess that is it for the moment then. I have to grab some more seed and tidy this up. I'll do that first thing in the morning. I'm not going to bother you guys with that. And then we will spread our manure. There we go. Jump off there. Got some manure ready to go again. This time for that field. I'm not sure what it's going to need, if anything. Honestly, the manure was so cheap that I'm not really worried about it, even if it sits in there and composts into next year. I'll just park it under cover. Speaking of undercover, and I do already have the seeds. I just have to grab a few more bags and put them in, but it's getting pretty late. I'm hungry. Yeah, see, there's the wheat seed. I bought 2 pallets, just like I've got 2 pallets of the corn seed here. I also have a pallet of sorghum seed and then another pallet of grass seeds. The grass seeds, specifically the alfalfa grass, that were in the cedar still left over from the previous pallet, are all in that bag right there. It was easier to just put them in one of those big bags rather than trying to put them back into the small paper bags that don't reseal. You can't close them up. I mentioned it but never showed you guys. This is the words escape me at the moment. The mulcher that I got. It's an international. It's old. It's got some issues, but it did the job. And of course, we'll keep it around as long as it does what we need it to do, right? And when it doesn't anymore, we'll get rid of it. I didn't talk about it, but we used to have a rock picking bucket, and now we have this thing. Using some of the money from the land sale down in Griffin, Indiana there, and the sale of the rock picking bucket, I was able to pick this up. It's much easier to use. The bucket was kind of a pain, and you'd get stuck on things frequently. So yeah, I just figured, let's go the easy route. Yes, I did miss a few patches here and there. Like I said, I was getting hungry and tired. Not doing my best work, but it'll be fine. And that's going to be pretty much it for us before winter. Unless some contract work does come up. If that does, there will be a montage of doing that at the end of this vlog. But I am planning on this being the last vlog for this year, and I will see you guys again in the spring. Thank you all for watching. Have a good one.